Hi guys, come on in.
Hey everyone, today we are going to meet Dane again, and he's got something great to show us. There's probably one of the major upgrades on his tank, and that's the reason for today's session. So, hi Dane.
Hello, welcome. Hi everyone.
Thank you. So, last time we were here, we've answered a lot of your questions, and since then there's been a major change to the tank when it comes to our favorite topic, which is lighting. So, Dane, why don't you tell us what you were running the previous video and what are you running now?
Previously we were running 6 Gen 4 Pros Radions with ATI fixture with 4 bulbs down the middle, 80 watts each, and that provided tons of lighting. Everything grew well. I think the ATIs were a little bit overkill for the whole system. I don't think it was really necessary, but you know, we play. So now we have the Gen 5s, and if we step back a little bit, we can show you.
The big reveal.
Big reveal. So these are 6 Gen 5s. The ATIs have now been removed, and I think it's as good or even better than what was there before. And the blending of the colors, the brightness, everything is just perfect. These are the blues. They look very similar to the ATI Blue Plus bulb, and the intensity is great, and I absolutely love it.
So how long have you been running them for now?
It's been approximately 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and I've seen this tank many times, and you've gone through ups and downs, but I think in the last couple of videos, it's the best I've ever seen it, and I must say, when I walked in, you cannot tell that this is not T5. If anything, I think the colors are even brighter. There's very even flow, the spread of the lighting. So overall, it's exceptional.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. The only thing that I did a little bit different was with my mounting. As you can see, I've blended them in together where it's at a slight angle coming in. There's enough spread to cover all the LPS and the stuff on the bottom of the tank, and to really dominate and cover all the SPS in the middle. And there's very little shadowing, which is typical with T5, not T5s, with these LED type of lighting. And I've noticed actually that there's an improvement in color. And growth and the corals a little bit that I've noticed, because my uptake for my alkalinity and calcium has gone up.
Really? Okay.
Right, so I've had to actually be dosing more to keep up with what's going on.
So I really like what you did with the angle, because first of all, there's probably less cleaning of the glass because there's less direct light, but also you got, in the middle, the highest point. This is where your, highest SPS loving acropora are gonna go, and this is perfect. Right?
Absolutely.
And you got the angles as well. So as you've mentioned, I don't see any shadowing here whatsoever. So it, to my eye, it does look like a T5, which is, let's admit it, still anybody who's in high-end acropora to this day, you go to some stores and you will see that they have LPS, softies, there's all LED and whatnot, but there are still quite a few holdouts that say, well, for if you want to get that Walt Disney or something like that, I can't trade my ATI T5 strip.
Well, like I said, I've had everything that you could possibly have in lighting, from T8s, T5s, metal halides, do-it-yourself LEDs. I've tried just about black boxes. I've tried everything, and this is by far the best. And I think it's there. There's absolutely no question about it. This is all you need. This is all you need.
So, and are you running the new Mobius?
Yes, I am. And I'm really enjoying it. It's I think it's a little bit easier than before, and it works really well. The only thing is there's a little bit of a gap when you first turn it on. It takes a few seconds to upload, but other than that, it works really well. I am able to play with it, set the intensities and all the lights. But with the blues, which I have here, I just run everything at 100%, and this is what you get. So what you see now is 100% all the channels and at 75% intensity.
I really like what they did, right? Because they have two lines, and for somebody who doesn't want the daylight look and feel, you basically can crank it up. And right now here, what I'm seeing is pretty much the kind of metal halide color, which is the what is it? The 14K Phoenix kind of level, or the Radions.
Yep.
I think this is very, very similar. So, and right now it's maxed out, so basically you don't need to tweak any of the individual colors. And spectrum-wise, and you know me, I hate when it comes to like royal blue. I don't like the purple tint. I don't really see the purple tint right now here at all. Like it looks natural to me. Wow, and so you basically cranked it up, and you didn't change any of the, you know, like the AB Plus schedule or Phoenix schedule, one of those things?
Right now it's in the display mode because light normally wouldn't be on at this point in time. So it's basically 100% everything and 75% intensity.
Well, that's nice. And in the last 2 weeks when you've put it on, any changes that you noticed, either with the corals or just with the way you've mentioned alkalinity has changed? So this is a great sign that they perked up. But any differences in the polyp extension or?
Yes, there's a little bit more polyp extension. The certain corals, I can see the growth tips, better color on the SPS. And you know, everything is just doing great. It's doing great. I haven't had to do anything else with it. Everything just does perfectly great. You can see the color and the tips of the SPS. I can point out a few of them to you later on.
Yes.
But you can, you know, it's just growing. And I did some top-down shots, and I put a GoPro into the tank.
Nice.
Which I'll give you the footage. You can maybe add some of that in there. And it's just great. I love it.
Well, that's very nice indeed. And how are the fish reacting to it?
The fish are as normal as ever. They're happy. No problems with them.
Nice. And how long do you run your light schedule?
10 hours.
10 hours. And how much of a ramp up, how much of a ramp down do you give it?
It's like about a half an hour up and half an hour down. Now, I have a strange schedule compared to most people. Mine comes on at 5 p.m. And runs till about 3 a.m.
So if somebody goes to the washroom, it's not hard to find it, right? You have the best nightlife ever. And now, are you tempted to experiment with the lunar schedule at all?
I might put it in there. It's not something I've done in the past, right? But it's there's all kinds of toys to play with now. So in time, I'll play with it probably.
The words on the street that you know, now the next frontier is for us to see the acropora spawning, and you know, with the lunar schedules and whatnot, this is actually getting to be more and more of a reality.
The problem with spawning in a closed system is it's a closed system.
Yes.
And in your home, when that happens, all hell breaks loose because you may not have the filtration to handle all that, right? So that's the thing. It kind of scares me that might happen, and everything, you might have a flood because your skimmer's going to go crazy, and it's pollution, so to speak, right? So you have to be careful.
Well, having said that, if there's one tank that can handle it, it's probably yours with the
volume, yeah.
So I gotta ask, what did you do with the other generation of the Gen 4s?
The Gen 4s went to Reef Wholesale. They're going to put it on one of their systems.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, well, it's one of the things. I think there was an article that just because there's a new generation, that doesn't mean that the other ones are
you know what?
usable.
They worked perfectly for me for years, and it's just you want the newest toy, so to speak.
Yes. So what is next? What are your thoughts? Like, where do you want to see your tank? Let's say 3 months from now.
Well, as you can see, the tank is pretty full. So within the next couple of months, I'm going to have to do a major pruning and little bit of reacquascaping because there's some corals that are sort of taking over and I have to cut them back and that sort of thing. But, you know, there's that. I've already upgraded my UV sterilizer. I've done the lights in the basement also. So we'll see that also. The prop tanks have the XR15s on there.
Yes.
So I have 4 XR15s which I replaced for XR30s.
Yep.
And that's working quite well also. And you know, I'm just enjoying it. You know, there's always something to tweak and to play with. You're always looking to improve.
Yes. Every time after I visit you, I come home and I usually spend like 3 hours working on my tank or one of the frag tanks or whatever, just because you get that vibe, the inspiration. So, well, listen, what I'm seeing so far is phenomenal. I really like the color. A lot of times you don't necessarily see the same vibrancy in the tank, especially after a color change or lighting change. But in this particular case, it's great and makes me very tempted to think about my lighting, although I've got the AI Hydrise with the latest version, so that's actually pretty similar in many regards. So thank you, and with that said, if you have any questions to Dane, as usual, you can write them below. He and I both read them, and whenever there's going to be a next session, we'll answer all of your questions, and B, we'll probably go and talk about your frag station, because there's been a few little changes here and there. You got the lighting. I'm really curious to go deeper into your coral husbandry and fragging. So thank you. Cheers.
All right, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.